Hi. So for this video, I'm not going to give out my name. Well, I'm pretty sure those of you who know me and watch this will know it right away, and you'll probably give it away anyway. But for right now, I'm just going to keep myself anonymous. So, yeah, anonymous. There we go. So the reason why I'm posting this video, as you can already tell from the title's name, is because I picked up The Amazing Spider-Man issue 700. Hope you can see it. And it's kind of weird, because reading this issue, it's like I go back to the beginning. Cliche as that sounds. I remember when I first I can't remember when I first saw him actually. I just know when I first started watching him was when he was in Fox Kids. You know, the Spider-Man series from the 1994 all the way to 1999, I believe. And it was, I don't know, but when I first saw it as a kid, it was just amazing to me. The things he could do, his spider sense, his wall crawling, his web shooters, how he could shoot webs. His mask was also so cool, the white spots over his eyes. And then to top it all off, his awesome black costume, which sadly turned evil, but it's an awesome black costume. And then the series, Fox somehow just stopped showing Fox Kids, so I couldn't see Spider-Man anymore, and I was very saddened by that. Then I got Spider-Man the game for the PlayStation 1, the very first one. Yeah, that one. It was fun to play. I love playing that game so much. I didn't have a memory card, so I had to keep replaying the levels over and over and over again. It was fun. And after that, about some time later, I heard that there was going to be a Spider-Man movie coming out, so I went to go see that, and it was amazing, and I loved it, and I was like, oh my god, this is Spider-Man. And then when I got it on DVD, I started watching it every single day, every single morning. I'm not kidding. My dad got pissed. But, Spider-Man 2 came out. That was even better than before. Spider-Man 3, not so much. Agent Spider-Man, a little bit better. Honest opinion, Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie out of all of them. And then I started to get comics. And the reason why I started picking up comics was because I heard that the DC... Well, first was because Batman Arkham City, I heard about the prequel comic series, so I wanted to get that and find out what was going on. But then I heard about DC's New 52. When I heard about that, I was like, wow, they're going to start all over, issue number 1? So I started picking them up. But then I thought to myself, if I'm picking up DC issues, why don't I start Marvel issues? I like Marvel and DC, for those of you who can't like both. So I started picking up Daredevil and Spider-Man. I started picking up Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, on issue 674, right after Spider Island was over and when Vulture came back. And I've been collecting it since then, so pretty much last year. For a full year I've been collecting Spider-Man. The favorite story out of all of them, my favorite story was the End of the World one. The one where Peter and his friend opened a gateway to the future, but because of that, they almost destroyed Manhattan. That was one of my favorite Spider-Man stories ever. It was short, but it was good. It was a Spider-Man story to me. And then I heard about Spider-Man, Peter Parker possibly being killed off and replaced. And when I heard about that, I thought to myself, no, that's a bad idea. You can't do that. He's Peter Parker. He's Spider-Man. It's almost as horrendous as suggesting Batman and Bruce Wayne can die. No. But when it started coming, the rumors started getting stronger that he was going to die. So, you know, I prepared myself. I was like, alright, he's going to go. Hopefully his replacement will be better. Someone amazing. Better, you know, that can uphold the Spider-Man mantle. And then I found out that Dr. Octopus was going to be the one to possibly replace it. When I found that out, I was like, no. No, 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 no. It cannot be Dr. Octopus. No, anyone but him. No supervillains either. Just someone better. And then Amazing Spider-Man 700 finally comes out. And I read it. So prepare for spoilers. Peter Parker does die. He does not manage to get himself within his own body, and he dies in Doc Ock's. But before he died, he managed to completely change Doc Ock's personality. So he's not a supervillain anymore, and now he wants to honor Peter. And I have to say, I'm sorry, I don't like it. it's not so much Doc Ock taking over Spider-Man's body, but so much as the way Spider-Man went out. And I know you guys love the character, the creators, Dan Slott and Stan Lee. I know you guys love Spider-Man. But I just look back at all the things he's went through. His Uncle Ben dying, Captain Stacy, Gwen Stacy, losing his marriage for Mary Jane, revealing his secret identity to the world, being beaten almost to death by Morlun, all the things he's gone through. And this is the way he goes out. I feel like they say it's an emotional finale, and it is emotional, but to me, this finale does not justify for Spider-Man. And I hope that it isn't his finale. Most people are saying this is temporary, and I hope it is. But in the event that it is not, I just honestly think he deserves a better ending than that. But I'm not bagging on Dan Slott, and I'm not bagging on the writers, I'm not bagging on Stan Lee, I'm not saying Marvel, you suck, F you, no, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that as a fan who loves Spider-Man dearly, when you can, and I hope you do, please bring Peter Parker back and give him the finale he deserves, because he's been through so much. And even though he's a fictional character, he's just always been around when I needed him. And he's just, sometimes I feel like Peter Parker. But one last thing before I end this. To all of you who are sending hate mail and death threats to Dan Slott, and those who participated and just contributed to the Amazing Spider-Man 700, stop doing it. Stop sending hate mail. Stop sending death threats. Stop being in such a blind rage about what happened to Peter Parker that you go crazy like that. Because I want you to ask one question, and think about it yourselves hardly before you make another death threat or you start going crazy again. Do you think Peter Parker would like this? Do you think Spider-Man would enjoy seeing his fans go crazy and start being so hateful and violent? Do you think he would honestly enjoy that? Do you think he'd be like, yeah, I'll join you guys, sure, let's go kill him? That's not what Spider-Man stands for. Now, comics to me, way before comics were just for a laugh, but then comics evolved to something better. They had moral, lesson, influence. And the thing, my opinion about comics is that, especially with superhero comics, is that they're the modern myths of today, modern mythology, and they're supposed to inspire us, and teach us, and influence us to be someone better than we are now, and to show us that the human spirit is so much better than what we grant it to be. So before you go mad again and start sending death threats, or before you start putting belligerent comments on YouTube because of me, just think about Peter Parker and think about Spider-Man. This isn't about you anymore. It's not. It's about Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So even though I do not like The Amazing Spider-Man 700, I'm not going to spit on Spider-Man's and Peter Parker's memory. I'm making this peaceful video towards the editors, creators of Marvel, that I just don't think Peter Parker deserved an ending like that. And I know I don't really have a say in this because I'm a fan, and sometimes when fans get what they want, it doesn't pan out the way they wanted it. But Peter Parker is Spider-Man to me. And just for him to go out like that, it's not justifiable. Just because of this, though, doesn't mean I'm not going to read A Superior Spider-Man. I'm actually still going to pick it up, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to see what Doc Ock does as Spider-Man. But when you do, please bring back Peter Parker. Because he's Spider-Man. And you can't have a Spider-Man story without Spider-Man. But it didn't take up too much of your time. I know I can be a blabbermouth, but anyway, those are my feelings. Stan Lee, if you're watching this, Dan Slott, other creators of Spider-Man, if you're watching this, I want to say Thank you for everything you've done with Spider-Man. Thank you for creating him. Thank you for the stories you've given. And I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not being hateful. I'm just speaking as one fan to a creator or an editor, a writer, that please bring him back. I hope you do it soon. That is all.